All right, our second example that we're going to solve by using the graphing method is 2x minus y equals -1 and 4x minus 2y equals 6. Now, what do we have to do before we can graph these things? Someone besides Kelly? Only one person has to do this? What do we have to do? What do we have to do before we can graph these? What do we got to do? What is it we always do when it's not in slope-intercept? Lucas? Travis? How do you get the y by itself? All right, so to get y by itself, what do we have to do? Kaylee? All right, so we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. Good, so All right, and then what? So now I have negative y equals -2x minus 1. Now what for getting what y equals? Tabitha? No, we're still on this. We're still on the same equation. We have negative y. I'll give you a hint. It's -1y. So we get y by itself. We'd have to do what? Anthony. You jump by -1. So it means we got y equals positive 2x plus 1. So there's our first line. All right, we have to do the same thing. We're going to have to do the same thing to get 4x minus 2y equals 6 with y by itself. So what are we going to do first to get this equation by itself? Trevon. Subtract 4x. Subtract 4x. We got -2y equals -4x plus 6. And then finally, grant we obviously go -2. All right, so these are the two lines that we're going to graph. So fire it up. Lucas, is this a serious question? What?
Why do I only have one line on my calculator?
I don't know. Did you type in both lines? So let's see. So the two lines, we have 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 1. And then at this point, you should just be able to hit graph and see both lines. Oh, see, if that's equal signs not highlighted, it means it's turned off. So that's what you have to do. If you ever see the equal sign not highlighted, then you need to highlight it. 2x plus 1, like it says over there. Okay, so now where? All right, let's go through the steps we did before. Hit second and then trace, and then go down to intersect, And then first curve, second curve, guess. But we get an error. Why?
No sign shindig.
So why do you think we get an error? When trying to find the intersection of this line, why would we get an error? Why are we calling out? Why do you think we get an error when trying to find where these two intersect, Noah? We're trying to find where these two intersect. We're getting an error. Why do you think that is? But where does it look like these two are going to intersect? What do you notice about these two lines? Okay, which means they don't intersect. So, guess what? Bless you. If you go back to the notes, there were some scenarios other than getting a solution, and one of them was mark no solution, or also referred to as inconsistent. So, yeah, so that happens sometimes too. So sometimes you might get two parallel lines, sometimes you might get the same line. Sometimes you get both equations represent the same line. So what we have here is we have parallel lines, no solution, inconsistent. All those things describe.
What happens if you get none of the graphs that were in the He did. He just beat me. No,
Okay.
I'm asking you.
All right, and that's the end of that problem.